What's up, Epic Family? Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing this KWC Colt Python 357 6-inch. Here is the front of the packaging, back, and let's get into it. So basically, this is an Airsoft Colt Python made by KWC. It's gas powered and it's pretty realistic. So now I'll unbox it, but before I do, I'm going to show that according to the packaging, this gun fires at 568 FPS with 0.12 gram BBs, 440 FPS with 0.2 gram BBs, 1.8 joules, 55 yards, about 11 inches long or 285 centimeters. It weighs 2.66 pounds, holds 6 shells equaling to 6 BBs, and uses the BAXS pop-up system. Now I'll open it up. We get a pretty decent packaging. Included in the packaging, we get 6 shells, which I'll talk about later, a revolver Speedloader, some sample BBs, which I'm not going to use, an Allen key, an instruction manual, and of course, you get the revolver. You get a pretty good instruction manual telling you basic stuff like how to load the CO2 in, how to adjust the rear sight, and how to load the gun. Now I'll talk about the Airsoft Colt Python. If you're familiar with the normal Colt Python, besides the colors and the wooden grip, you'll notice one main difference: the pistol grip. And no, not that it's wood or not. The pistol grip, you can see, has finger grooves and is fatter, bigger, and a different shape than the normal Colt Python. And the only reason they did this is so you're able to fit a CO2 cartridge in here, which I understand. This gun can fire single action and double action. I would prefer single action because you have less of a distance to pull the trigger and it ends up being more accurate. This gun is completely metal except for the grip, which makes it really heavy. Some people may like that, some people may not. I like it because it is more realistic. You have a lever right here, pulling it back, pushing out the cylinder to the side. You can take the cylinder out and load it. You have 6 spaces to put your 6 shells in, and you can close up the cylinder. If you ever need to take out shells from the cylinder, you have a rod right here. You can push the shells out, although most likely they'll just fall out anyway. You have a hammer here. The hammer is textured. I like that. The grip's textured. I like that. I'm not sure if you can see it so well or not, although the trigger also has texturing on it, a little lines. I don't like it that much. I like when the trigger's just completely smooth, although there's nothing really wrong with that. The safety is located right behind the handle. Forward is for save and backwards is for fire. When it's on fire, there will be a small red dot and an F, and on safe, it'll just say S. On safety, you cannot cock the hammer or pull the trigger, although you can release the cylinder if you want to. On fire, you can also release the cylinder, and you can cock the hammer and pull the trigger. It has a front ramp sight which is not adjustable, although it does have an adjustable rear sight. There's a flathead screw on top of the rear sight, turn it right to go up. There's also a very small Allen key on the right side of the rear sight for adjusting windage. The markings we have are the Colt Stallion, although it does not say Colt. I haven't looked on the markings of a real Colt Python, so I don't know how realistic they are. We just have the horse, not the logo that says Colt. We have caliber 6mm. Then we have Python 357 and 357 Magnum CTG. On this side, all we get is made in Taiwan and a serial number. To load the CO2 in, all you need is a CO2 cartridge, just one that you'd find at Walmart. You take your Allen key, insert it in the bottom, and unscrew this little cap covering the grip. You would insert your CO2 cartridge and tighten your screw, piercing the CO2 canister. Now I'll talk about the shells. It comes with 6 shells. I'd like it if it came with 12, although it only comes with 6. Here is one shell. You have a gold shell, hole in the bottom, and we have a fake bullet on top. So you have a shell, a bullet, and there's nothing inside. It's completely hollow all the way through. It's rubber. The shell is made out of some kind of a metal. The fake bullet is made out of rubber. How this would work is you'd insert one 6mm BB into the bullet. the fake bullet. Now the revolver Speedloader. Honestly, I don't care about this so much, but it's cool that it comes with one for people who like them. You take your 6 shells, load them in the holes, bullets facing up. Then you push down and turn to the right. You got your Speedloader. To load them into the gun, you open your cylinder, line the shells with the cylinder, push, and you have all your shells in your gun. Personally, I just like loading the shells in one by one. I don't know why, but that's just me. If the gun's not cocked, you can still move the cylinder counterclockwise. Clockwise you can too, but I'm not it sounds a little bit weird and I'm not sure if you meant to do it, but you can still rotate it counterclockwise. If the gun is cocked, you can't rotate it either way. To cock the gun, you simply pull the hammer back. To decock it, you pull the hammer back, push the trigger, and lightly let the hammer go forward. Since I wanted extra shells, I went on Amazon and bought 6 extra shells. I will be shooting both shells, the one the gun comes with and these ones. They come in the same plastic packaging and everything. First, let's compare them. You can tell they're pretty much exactly the same, except the one the gun comes with has brass-looking shells, where this one has more silver-looking ones. The fake bullets are pretty much the same. They're the same hollow on the inside. The inside looks pretty much the same. The biggest difference I found is how these shells are so much lighter than these ones. If you could hold them, you can feel. The shells that came with the gun are heavier for some reason, like a lot heavier. Like, I can hold all these shells that I bought, extra ones, and it feels so light compared to these ones. I'm not sure why it's lighter. I haven't found a difference. You can hear dropping them. You can hear dropping one that came with the gun to a fake one, or to an extra one. See the difference dropping? I don't know why they're so much lighter, although I'd expect they'd function perfectly. They fit in the gun perfectly. I kind of like how the shells are lighter. I don't know. I just like them lighter for some reason. Now we're gonna go shoot it. Now I'm gonna be chronographing the gun. I'm gonna be chronographing with 0.2 gram BBs. 438. 436. 416. 428. 430. And 430. So the box said that this gun would shoot about 440 FPS with .2s, and at first I was getting a good 440 FPS around that. Then I got a little bit lower, and then I got back up to about 230 again. 430 again. Now I'm going to be doing an accuracy test. I'll be shooting this paper target with 0.2 gram BBs, 6 shots, single action. So we had 2 BBs come way up here between the yellow and orange circle, 1 come down right between the yellow and orange circle, 1 up right and left between the green and yellow circle. So they all hit the target and they all were inside of the circle, so pretty good for a revolver. Now I'm gonna try shooting the extra shells that I bought, the silver ones that were lighter. I did not find any difference between shooting the extra shells and the ones that came with the gun. I'm just going to talk about the real Colt Python for a little bit. So, the real Colt Python was made from 1955 to 2005. Most of the time comes chrome-plated and with a wooden grip. If you watch The Walking Dead, you all know that Rick Grimes uses the Colt Python also, which is, I'd expect, one reason why it's so popular. I would really like it if KWC made a chrome-plated version of this, or stainless steel version, with the wooden grip. I don't know why there are no silver versions of the Airsoft Colt Python. KWC, the same brand, makes a chrome-plated one with a wooden grip for a BB gun, but not Airsoft, and I do not know why. The real Colt Python comes in 5 different lengths. You have an 8-inch one, a 6-inch one, a 3-inch, a 2.5-inch, and a 4-inch. 6-inch being the most common one, 3-inch being the rarest one. Rick Grimes has a chrome-plated one with a wood grip, 6-inch. All Colt Pythons fire 357. So overall, after handling this gun, going outside, shooting it a little bit, I think it's a pretty awesome gun. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you the pros and cons of this gun, and something I made up called pro cons. Pros, it's very accurate, especially consistent. I haven't adjusted the rear sight, but I bet you if you did, it'd be amazing. Amazing gas consumption because it's CO2 and there is nothing blowing back. It's very powerful, 440 FPS with 2s. Cons, I haven't really found any cons with this gun so far. Nothing broke, nothing wrong with it. Then pro cons. Basically these could be pros for some people and cons for other people, just depending honestly on your preference. First pro con, the weight. This is a pretty heavy gun. For some people, like me, I like it because it's more realistic. Other people may not want it to be completely metal because they may like it lighter. Then the rubber grip is a pro con. Some people may like it, they think it's more comfortable than the real Colt Python. I don't like it that much. I'd rather have the normal grip on a Colt Python just to be more realistic, and I kind of like how it looks. Although this is something I don't think they can change, and I understand why they did it to put the CO2 in. Actually, I think those are the only pro cons I found. Okay, would I recommend this gun? It depends. If you really like The Walking Dead, then yes. This is Rick Grimes' weapon of choice, except his is chrome and has a wooden grip and is real. Would I recommend this for a gun prop? For a prop, I guess I would recommend this. It's pretty realistic as long as you take the orange tip off. The only thing is, if you're making a film or something and you're showing somebody taking out the shells, you might want to mod these or something to figure out how to take the fake bullets off, because on a real revolver, you've already shot the bullet. You're not going to have a bullet when you eject the shell because you've shot it. You're just going to have the shell fall out, so I'm not sure how you're going to do that. Now for Airsoft. Would I recommend this gun for Airsoft? Yes, I'd pretty much recommend it for Airsoft if you're using it as a secondary, a role play, whatever, anything. I'm going to use this myself. The only way I wouldn't recommend it is if you shoot a lot of ammo through your handgun or your pistol. This only holds 6 rounds. Happy family, it's shoutout time. The first shoutout goes to 28 Connor Dunlap. The next shoutout goes to Pink Squad, and thanks for the compliment. The next shoutout goes to Nandini Harry Prasad. The next shoutout goes to Right KB2, and thanks for the compliment. The next shoutout goes to Daxis Awesome Videos. The next shoutout goes to Tyler Brill. The next shoutout goes to 23223, and thanks for your compliment. The next shoutout goes to Cricket Studio. The next shoutout goes to Anshum A. Ramanandi. The next shoutout goes to Leah and Lane. Lane, I bet you're a great Nerf Patrol. The last shoutout goes to Vu Lai. Vu, thanks for subbing and turning on those notifications. You're awesome. Okay, happy family, that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications button. Be happy. Peace out.